Welcome back to CBS 19 News at 6:30. As spring break gets underway and with summer just around the corner, more East Texans are heading to the water. But before you dive in, experts say now is the time to make sure that you and your family know how to stay safe. And joining me now in studio is Gay Tyra, a familiar face here in East Texas, an aquatic specialist with UT Health East Texas. Gay, thank you for being here with us. Why is learning such a, considered a life-saving skill?
Because between the ages of 1 and 4, it's the leading cause of accidental death.
And something else that I found out just looking at some statistics, Gay, was that drinking is a leading cause of unintentional injury death for children ages 1 to 4. That should be a wake-up call for families as they watch this.
Absolutely, because swimming is the first sport a child should learn. Sports are great, baseball, football, cheer and dance, but this is a life and death matter.
And Gay, looking at this video that we're watching right now, kind of explain to us, just for families that may be new to the area, maybe want to get their kids involved in swim lessons, what are you teaching some of these little young ones right here?
To fall in and stay calm, for the parent to stay calm. Want the parent to understand that it is a process. There will be some crying. And we discussed it that you'd rather your child cry and learn how to swim than something happen and you never hear your child cry again. We teach them to float on their back and get to the side. The water is very warm, which makes it really nice for kids that are scared and to make them feel more comfortable.
And Gay, sadly, that is a reality here in East Texas that we've had several drownings that have happened. Some of them could have been prevented, but when parents decide to enroll their kids in the swim lessons with you, what is your goal?
My goal is for that child to be a confident swimmer. That's what the ultimate goal is, that that parent knows that if their child falls in, that they can swim to save their life.
And for many families too, we have Gracie enrolled, me and Demi do, and so there's a lot of flexibility within that schedule. If you want to get your child enrolled a Monday through Friday class or even the weekend, there's several options for families.
We have Tuesday and Thursday classes in the morning and the evening, and then we have Saturday classes as well as Friday classes.
And talk about just, how do you teach these very young children, like 3 to 6 months or to 3 years, to react if they do fall in?
Well, if they fall in, you want to stay calm and you want the parent to stay calm. Again, I tell the parent it is a process and the parent plays a huge role in it, as you know, especially in the baby class where the parent gets in. So we teach them how to turn over and float on their back and to feel comfortable going underwater, blowing bubbles and trying to grab the side.
And that's always a conversation between, spouses is, how early is too early to start your children? I know we started Gracie at 6 months old, but you're saying you could start even earlier than that.
My grandson, we started at 3 months old. We started at the Olympic Center at 6 months. It's recommended at 1 year, but the sooner they're in the water, the sooner they'll learn how to swim.
And you said this is one of the first sports that families should be picking up on and raising their children around.
That's right. The first sport a child should learn. Stats show that children that learn to swim before 4 years old have an 88% less likely chance of drowning, and that's huge. And
also, too, we've taken several classes. I think we've taken like 6 courses with you. I know several East Texans have also done the same thing. I guess, it's not just a one-and-done kind of class before the summer. I mean, you're not going to be an Olympic swimmer by the end of your course, but talk about that, just the need for repetition.
It's important. I tell parents, if you have the time and the means, you keep going until you know you have a confident swimmer.
And Gay, I want to kind of hear from some parents that we actually interviewed earlier today. We could listen in.
I mean, you can't prevent every accident. Things happen, and you can only just try to prepare as much as you can. So seeing it and coming from a trauma, seeing it real and seeing other people go through it, other parents, like I knew I never wanted to be in there, but you can do everything right and still have accidents. And so you want your kids prepared.
It's an important life skill for our kids to have, to stay safe. It also gives us a peace of mind, makes our life easier, knowing that he will have the skills to save his life if he ever fell into a pool or a body of water.
And those are actually parents in your class, Gay, that we just heard from. And speaking of parents, what are some of the biggest misconceptions that parents have about water safety?
That it could not happen to them, that it's okay to be on your phone when your child's swimming, that a flotation device can save their life, and that they don't take it seriously enough, and it is the first sport a child should learn because it's a life and death matter.
And talking about too, just, you know, a lot of families are going to be planning their summer trips and getting out in the pool, maybe at grandparents' house, but you're also saying the colors matter on the swimsuits too for these young ones.
Absolutely. You want the brightest colors, neon, so if they slip under the water, if you're in the ocean, that you can see your child clearly.
Alrighty, Gay Tyra with UT Health East Texas. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.